Hey, this is Son with Precision Fly Fishing. Today we're going to tie an Alaskan Comet. It's one of my favorite patterns. Take it with me up to Alaska to catch all 5 species of salmon. Hook we're going to use is an Ahrex SA280, size 4. You can tie this from size 4 to 8. Alternatively, you can also use an Ahrex NS110 in sizes 4 through 10. Start by securing your hook in the vise. Thread we're going to use is Ultra Thread 140 in fluorescent pink. For the eyes, we're going to use some bead chain eyes. I like using bead chain eyes on this pattern because I typically use a sink tip line. If you're going to use a single hand rod, you can also use regular brass or tungsten dumbbell eyes. I like to add a little bit of zap gap before I tie in the eyes, help keep it really secure. You don't need a whole lot, just a little dab. After adding the zap gap, place your eyes on top of the shank and secure it with figure 8 wraps. I always ensure that it's straight before I start cinching it down tight. Then lay down a base of thread on top of the shank before you tie in the bucktail. It'll help keep the bucktail from spinning. I'm going to use fluorescent pink northern bucktail. You only need a very small clump. Everybody has a tendency to overdress this pattern and make the tail way too thick. Likewise with clouds or minnows. The more sparse, the better it works. Measure the bucktail out so it's approximately 2 to 2.5 the length of the shank of the hook. Then tie it in right behind the bead chain eyes. Wrap the thread down until you get just short of the hook bend. For the body, we're going to use flat diamond braid. Secure it right behind the bead chain eyes, and then wrap it down to just short of the bend. I'm going to throw on a half hitch and then use the rotary function to the snore vise. Then wrap the diamond braid all the way up to behind the bead chain eyes. Tie off the diamond braid and then snip off the excess. Then take that excess diamond braid, grab a comb, and then brush it out. We're going to use this a little bit for the flash. Tie it in right behind the bead chain eyes. Then trim off the excess. Then grab the material and split it evenly on both sides of the hook point. Next material we're going to tie in is a little bit of pink Schlappen. What I like to do is peel off all the fluffy, fuzzy stuff, and then I'll trim the very tip to create a tie-in point. Next, tie it in right behind the bead chain eyes. Preen the fibers back on the Schlappen and begin wrapping it. Use Hackle pliers if it's easier for you to wrap. Then tie off the stem and trim off the excess. At this point, the fly is just about finished. All you have to do is just build a slight thread head in front of the bead chain eyes. Either grab your whip finish tool and do 3 to 4 turn whip finishes, or you can also do it by hand. After securing the knot, cut the thread. I'm going to add a little bit of Solarez bone dry. And then zap it with my light. If you really want to make this fly bulletproof, you can also add some thicker UV resin over the diamond braid. And that's all there is to tying this pattern. Thanks for watching.